agricultural contractors, based in the village of Witzmarschen in Lower Saxony, Germany, specialize in all things fertilizer spreading. In part 1 of this video series, we introduced the company and the work they do in spring. In part 2, we take a look at Bollmer's main area of activity in summer and autumn. We start off to the southeast of Würzburg. After the grain harvest, the team is full steam ahead spreading melagran fertilizer. Over the course of several weeks, 2 sets of these tractors and trailers work their way from farm to farm across the region. Melagran is an organic NPK fertilizer that is derived when sugar beet syrup is fermented during vitamin production. The beet fertilizer, as advertised by Bollmer, is currently available in the states of Hessen, Bavaria and Baden-Württemberg as a cost-effective alternative to many types of mineral fertilizer. Bollmer arranges marketing, logistics and spreading services for the product. To do this, they rely on regional partners, such as the haulage company TG Erftal, as seen here, which transports the fertilizer from the storage tank to the field. One of the team members from Holtger's agricultural contractors takes care of spreading it on the field. Holtger's premises are not far from Bollmer's, and they've worked together across Germany for many years. The vineyard backdrop makes a nice change for the team. The company has spent a long time fine-tuning its application equipment and has incorporated many of its own ideas into aspects such as metering. During spreading, it's important that they incorporate the liquid fertilizer directly into the soil at a depth of 10 to 15 centimeters, ideally without producing any odor emissions. Depending on the soil conditions and customer preferences, a first or second pass of stubble cultivation is carried out for the farmer at the same time. Bollmer's local sales agent enters all the customer's field details into a digital job management system, which can be accessed by the tractor drivers on their tablet. Jobs are invoiced based on the number of hectares covered and the tonnage of material spread. In line with the German fertilizer application ordinance, they spread 1 to 2 tons per hectare during summer cultivation, which equates to 30 to 60 kilos of nitrogen. Cover crop sowing can also be combined with the fertilization job. The demand is even higher in spring, especially before maize sowing. The beneficial effects of the fertilizer are particularly noticeable in maize. But melagran is also used before sugar beet and spring cereal crops. In 2020, Bollmer provided fertilizer spreading services to over 1,000 customers in Germany, as well as Poland, the Netherlands, Switzerland and France. In addition to their main premises in the county of Bentheim, they maintain 9 storage tanks nationwide to ensure an uninterrupted supply of fertilizer throughout the season. This involves dealing with a diverse range of farm structures. The huge flat fields around Wittingen and Badeleben along the state border between Lower Saxony and Saxony-Anhalt are a real contrast to the Franconian Jura region, for example. Bollmer maintains a storage tank near here. Many farmers in the area who request this service have been good customers for years. In part 1, we showed you footage of this potash-rich fertilizer, AgraLi, being spread in the spring. 4 of the company's own Claas Xerion saddle tracks have taken on this task today. Previously, AgraLi was mostly requested in summer, after the grain harvest. But since changes to the German fertilizer application ordinance came in, the peak period has shifted significantly into spring. For many of Bollmer's customers, their ability to combine fertilization with effective cultivation is a strong argument for hiring them. Potassium is a key nutrient for plants and helps to boost their resistance to drought, frost and disease. In spring, they fertilize ahead of crops such as sugar beet, potatoes and maize silage that appreciate the fertilizer's low chloride nature. In summer, farmers then tend to grow canola. Bollmer has been in the business of nutrient recycling for over 25 years. They run a full-service fertilizer business alongside building, commissioning and maintaining biogas plants. They currently employ a permanent staff of 100, and they offer apprenticeship positions in various areas of the business. You can find out about their current job openings by checking out their website. In autumn, the Bollmer team harvests maize from the area around the business's own 2 Nawaro biogas plants, close to its headquarters in Wiedmarschen. They have just under 1,000 hectares to chop. Depending on the crop year, the season can be managed with only one forage harvester. Bollmer has worked with Peterbell's agricultural contractors for digestate spreading and other services for over 20 years. This year, Peterbell's have arrived with a forage harvester, carting tractors and trailers, and a roller tractor. The Krone BiG X 780 was newly acquired for autumn 2020. The harvester provides 775 horsepower from a 16.16-litre Liebherr engine. Mounted on this machine is a 10-row maize header. The cab can be raised by up to 70 centimetres to gain better visibility. Not only is this good for the driver in terms of visibility, but also background noise. The maize yields from the 2020 season were a mixed bag. One major reason for this is that it's becoming more common for farmers to irrigate their maize crops artificially these days. The difference compared to those that aren't irrigated is huge. Looking back on the 2020 maize harvest, Bollmer chopped a total of 42,000 tons. On the longer stretches of up to 25 kilometers, the Daimler silage trailers are used as grain carts to ferry the harvested material from the chopper to the trucks waiting at the edge of the field. This way, they can load the chopped maize in just a few minutes and avoid debris on the road as much as possible. On shorter distances between the farmyard and the field, the Daimlers are used as normal carting trailers with the rest. The 2 Nawaro biogas plants have a combined electrical output of 3.5 megawatt hours and were built in 2008 and 2012 respectively. One of the plants is fed exclusively with biomass, which enables the substrate to be applied on organic fields as a certified fertilizer. Each tractor and trailer is weighed on arrival at the biogas plant. They also take several samples from each field to be analysed for dry matter content by an independent laboratory. The higher the DM content, the more the farmer gets paid, because the maize in this area is mainly bought straight off the field by Bollmer. They've worked with many of their suppliers for years. Bollmer has 6 of these Claas Xerion 830 tractors in its fleet. The tractors are used for carting, spreading liquid fertiliser and rolling maize silage, as you can see here. We recorded footage in 3 different German states to report on Bollmer's many different areas of activity for this second short film. To find out more about the company's services, feel free to visit their website. You'll find exciting documentaries featuring farm businesses and agricultural contractors on our website www.farmworld.tv.